and thanks for staying with us. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service tenure has been extended by another 6 months by Mr. President. Also on Customs Report, Customs Security Summit held in Kebbi State. Plus more reports in Nigerian Customs Service. I am Egiseme here. Stay tuned. The federal government has extended the tenure of the Controller General of Customs for another 6 months in office. We now bring you some important events that led to the extension in office. The first part of this report.
Since the appointment of Comptroller General of Customs CGC Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, the Apapa Area Command has reinforced its position as the undisputed revenue engine of the Nigerian Customs Service, delivering an extraordinary record of growth that has redefined revenue generation in the service. The command made history by collecting over 1.17 trillion naira, becoming the first customs command to surpass the 1 trillion naira milestone in a single year. The achievement marked the beginning of a new era of operational efficiency, improved compliance, and enhanced trade facilitation. The momentum continued as Apapa unveiled impressive revenue record of 2.357 trillion naira, more than double the previous year's collection. That unprecedented performance made the command the first in the history of the Nigerian Customs Service to exceed 2 trillion naira in annual revenue, reflecting the impact of strategic reforms and strengthened stakeholder engagement.
The importance of data in any modern customs administration. Data is the new currency of international trade, of international business, and we value data a lot because it is the backbone of our risk management engine. And we cannot pretend to have a modern customs administration if you do not have credible data to support it and drive the operations. Virtually every project that we embark upon using ICT is driven by data. If you are doing an AEO program for compliance, we need data of trade to do it. If you want to do selectivity, we need data to do it. If you want to create a number of indicators for risk, we need data to do it. And this is the direction in which all international customs administrations all over the world are moving. This is the direction in which modern organizations are moving. And this is why I believe that these facilities will be very instrumental in driving our operations. I want to really commend the Customs Area Controller, whose stint in Abuja has prepared him to have the motivation to embark on this kind of project. I commend you and your team of officers who have worked on this project, and I believe that we are going to put this project to use. I encourage all of you officers that the intelligence that we are going to derive from the analysis of this data should be put into our operations. I also encourage our stakeholders who we are going to be working with, partner government agencies, to trust us and believe that decisions that we're taking are going to be driven by intelligence that we get from the analysis inside these facilities.
We need to stir the consciousness around the role of customs in the AFCFTA ecosystem. The agreement is ambitious and necessary, but without customs administrations that are equipped, coordinated, and actively engaged, we will be building a house without a foundation. In those discussions with the Secretary General, a critical point emerged that I believe should frame our work today and in the next 2 days. And that is the fact that customs all over the world are the custodians of trade data. We hold the most granular real-time information on what is actually moving across our borders, what is being traded, where it is going, what the values are. This data, when properly harnessed and shared, becomes essential intelligence for driving continental trade objectives.
What we do goes beyond revenue. We are also saddled with security mandates. We protect our society and we regulate trade across the border. So I'm indeed very happy that all of this has been recognized through this award, and this can only spur us to do better than we are currently doing. Firing on all cylinders, we have three major mandates. We are supposed to be generating revenue for governments. We've done over 4 trillion in the last 1 year. We're doing security. We are running after smugglers and to ensure that Nigeria is safe. And I'm happy that we're keeping our borders safe. Those who have attempted to compromise our integrity have been disgraced. I will continue to do that. But more fittingly for me, and most happily, we are doing all of this without compromising our mandate of facilitating trade. The recent PBEC ranking shows that Nigeria Customs Service is the most improved government agency because we moved up 27 steps from 28% that we were just about 6 months ago. We're now 100%, and we are now joint #1 with 4 other agencies of government. So that makes me happy, and it also shows that when we facilitate the environment around trade, it can help to shore up revenue.
The Senate Public Accounts Committee, SPAC, has officially declared the Nigerian Customs Service of a 62.2 billion naira under remittance allegation originally raised by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation in its 2019 audit report. The clearance followed an investigative session during which the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, successfully defended the service by proving that the alleged shortfall was a misclassification of revenue by auditors. The original query, read by representatives of the Auditor General under the direction of SPAC Chairman Senator Ibrahim Dakwambo, had alleged that out of 691.242 billion naira generated by customs, only 629.23 billion naira reached the Federation accounts, leaving a balance of 62.2 billion naira. Defending the service's financial integrity, CG Adeniyi explained that the multi-billion naira deficit was completely non-existent. He said, and I quote, "The under-remittance of 62.2 billion naira leveled against customs in the audit report was wrongly arrived at through misclassification of levies collected," end of quote. Adeniyi stated, while most of the levies are to be collected and remitted into the Federation accounts, others like the ones on local production of wheat, textiles and wines, etc., do not go into the Federation accounts, the totality of which accounted for the alleged unremitted 62.2 billion naira. Following identical, convincing clarifications on the first 3 major queries, a member of the committee, Senator Babangida Hussaini, wondered why the issues had not been ironed out sooner. He noted that as a former civil servant, such straightforward technicalities should have been resolved at the preliminary audit level rather than escalating to a full Senate investigation.
You are watching the program Customs Report.
The Tinkan Island Port Command of the Nigerian Customs Service has generated a total of 111.2 billion naira in revenue, reinforcing its position as one of the service's leading revenue-generating commands. The achievement comes as the newly deployed Customs Area Comptroller CAC, Comptroller Joseph Anani, pledged to build on the performance and further boost revenue collection through stronger compliance, enhanced operational processes, and closer stakeholder collaboration. Speaking during his maiden engagement with maritime journalists at the command's headquarters, Anani attributed the revenue growth to the dedication of officers, increasing compliance by stakeholders, and ongoing improvements in the command's operations.
This command will not relent in leveraging the ongoing modernization drive of the service. We are committed to strengthening systems, processes, and technology-driven solutions that enhances efficiency and trade facilitation at the port. In line with our new mandate, this administration would uphold total compliance with all applicable laws and regulations as enshrined in the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2023. Compliance will be at the heart of our operations. We will continue to enforce the law firmly, fairly, and professionally. I'm also pleased to inform you that the command is currently performing commendably in the area of revenue generation. In the month of May 2026, the command has written 111 billion 270 million 357,236 naira 25 kobo. This positive trajectory is a reflection of the dedication of our officers, improved compliance levels, and enhanced operational efficiency. We intend to consolidate on these gains and indeed strive to surpass previous achievements under the preceding administration. Let me take this moment to sincerely appreciate the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale, MFR, PhD, for the confidence reposed in me through my appointment to head this strategic command. I am deeply grateful for his visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to performing and repositioning the service for greater efficiency and global competitiveness. We believe that a strong and professional partnership with the press is essential to achieve our objectives and keeping the public adequately informed about our activities.
Retired Deputy Comptroller General of Customs and Maritime Trade Consultant Dera Nnadi, MNI, has commended authors of the book Customs Operational Revolution and Maritime Development under President Tinubu, describing the publication as a valuable contribution to the documentation of Nigeria's maritime transformation. Nnadi spoke while reviewing the book during its public presentation held at Shoregate Hotels Limited, Ikeja, Lagos, alongside a seminar themed 3 years after Marine and Blue Economy Ministry, How Far, How Well.
The theme of today's seminar, 3 years after Maritime and Blue Economy Ministry, How Far, How Well, invites us to reflect on progress made and the journey ahead. If you don't know your past, you may never know the pathway to your future. The experience of yesterday is the lesson for today in preparation for the battles and experiences of tomorrow. This book will help to navigate a successful pathway for the younger and upcoming ones in the industry. You know you see clearer and further when you stand on the shoulders of those who are ahead of you. The establishment of the Ministry of Maritime and Blue Economy by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was a strategic decision aimed at unlocking the enormous economic potential of Nigerian maritime resources. The blue economy represents a significant opportunity for economic diversification, job creation, increased trade, and sustained national development. As a critical agency within this ecosystem, the Nigeria Customs Service has embraced the vision of the administration through a series of transformative reforms and innovations. Under the leadership of the Comptroller General of Customs, the service has intensified efforts towards modernization and digital transformation. We have witnessed remarkable progress in the deployment of technology to simplify customs procedures, improve transparency, reduce human contact, and facilitate legitimate trade.
He congratulated the authors, High Chief Timothy Okorocha and Chief Francis Ugwoke, both veteran maritime journalists, for producing a work that captures critical developments within the Nigerian maritime and customs sectors. According to him, preserving institutional memory remains essential for the growth of any industry, noting that the book successfully chronicles major reforms undertaken in the Nigerian Customs Service under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Newspaper and Shipping Day online magazine for organizing this book launch and seminar. I also commend the authors, Chief Timothy Paul Okorocha and Mr. Francis Ubuke, for undertaking the important task of documenting the transformation taking place within the Nigerian Customs Service and the broader maritime sector. They did this, they undertook this task with this in mind. One, a reader is a leader. If you must lead, read. If you must develop the world, develop self first. Because the man that knows the way shows and leads the way.
Two maritime journalists has commended the President of Nigeria for making sure that Nigerian Customs Service alongside freight forwarding industry works effectively in the country. They commended the activities of the President in the area of maritime activities in the country.
The National Association of Government-Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, has congratulated the new leadership of the Maritime Reporters Association of Nigeria, MARAN, headed by its president, Olayinka Onigbinde, and commended the association for its continued commitment to professionalism and service to the nation.
We are in an era where developmental journalism should be the focus, and as journalists, we are partners in progress. As a matter of fact, Nigeria is our home, and it is important that as journalists we report the right thing, we report the right way that will help investors, to come into the country. That is why we are looking at the theme of upholding the ethics of journalism, which is quite significant to this event, which is the inauguration of the newly elected executive of the Maritime Reporters Association of Nigeria.
Speaking at the inauguration of the new Executive Council of the Association in Lagos, the president of NAGAF, High Chief Tochukwu Emmanuel Ezisi, said the theme of the inauguration, upholding ethical journalism for maritime development, is both timely and consequential. The theme of the event, he said, underscores the indispensable role of responsible journalism in shaping the trajectory of our maritime sector, which remains a cornerstone of Nigeria's economic aspirations.
Effective journalism, accurate reportage, transparency, and the need for the new and leadership of MARAN to ensure that training and the growth of the maritime industry coverage under MARAN is adequately done without bias.
We've been upholding the ethics of of journalism, but we want to do it better. And that is why we have some of the key stakeholders this morning come to speak to us in that regard. So it is important that more often we have this kind of lecture that will help journalists to remain, at the top of their game as journalists in reporting and upholding the ethics of journalism.
The customs management has continued to promote national security as approved by the government. The CG, through its representation in Kebbi State, says all businesses, houses should help the Nigerian Customs Service and the economy to grow.
The summit held in Birnin Kebbi was approved by the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, and brought together representatives of security agencies, traditional institutions, community leaders, government officials, and business groups under the theme Strengthening Interagency Collaboration for Effective Border Security and Regional Stability. Speaking at the event, the Deputy Comptroller General of Customs, Timi Bomodi, said the summit was designed to obtain direct feedback from communities and security stakeholders on ways to improve security and stimulate economic development in the region.
The primary concern of this summit is how do we begin to make the efforts to ensure that all security agencies are on the same page and they work together. And that is why today we will not be having plenty speeches. We will be actually discussing among ourselves the issues that can help enhance the effectiveness of border management, and how we can use intelligence-driven options, how we can use digital integration, how we can harness the synergy that is present among all security agencies for effective management of our borders.
According to him, creating a safer environment would ultimately support the reopening of borders for legitimate trade and commerce when conditions permit. Earlier, the Customs Area Comptroller of Kebbi Command, Mahmood Matawale Ibrahim, welcomed participants and stressed the importance of partnership in addressing regional security challenges and promoting prosperity.
Individual leaders, youth leaders, and community members possess a valuable local knowledge that can critically identify suspicious movement, emerging trade, and unusual activities within their communities. Their timely support and credible information remain indispensable to the success of the security operations. Furthermore, interagency collaboration remains essential. Criminal elements do not operate within the limit of one agency mandate. Therefore, our response must also be beyond institutional boundaries. The Nigerian Customs Service, the Armed Forces, the Police, the Department of State Services, the Nigerian Immigration Service, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense, and all other relevant security agencies must continue to strengthen coordinated intelligence exchange, joint patrol, and operational cooperations.
The acting controller in charge of Ogun 1 Command has again warned smugglers against importing of contraband items into the country. He warned it will be important to desist from smuggling activities along the nation's borderline so that anyone caught may to face the law.
The Ogun 1 Area Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has recorded a remarkable 238% increase in revenue generation and intensified its anti-smuggling operations, resulting in the seizure of contraband goods worth a duty-paid value exceeding 4.6 billion naira within the second quarter. Speaking during a press briefing held at Diroko, the acting Customs Area Comptroller of Ogun 1 Area Command, Deputy Comptroller Oladakbo Afeni, highlighted the command's achievements in revenue collection, trade facilitation, border security, export promotion, and anti-smuggling enforcement. According to Afeni, the command generated a total revenue of 259 billion 277 million 346 naira 89 kobo through baggage assessments, auctions of perishable goods, premium motor spirit interceptions, and other charges during the period under review.
Second quarter of 2026, 1st of April to yesterday, the command collected revenue to the tune of 259 million 277,346 naira 89 kobo only, as baggage assessment, auction of perishable items, PMNs, and other charges. In comparison to the revenue collected same period last year, 2025, which stood at 76 million 814,207 naira. This clearly shows a progressive difference of 182,445,543 naira, depicting 238% increase in collection of the period under review. This difference recorded was made possible as a result of resilience of officers in ensuring that importers and agents are made to adhere strictly to import and export guidelines in tandem with the extant laws.
The figure represents a significant increase compared to the 76,814,207 collected during the corresponding period.
The command recorded a total number of 146 seizures, ranging from cannabis to foreign rice, footwear, premium motor spirits, and other merchandise from April 1st to this morning. Gentlemen of the press, allow me to highlight some of these significant successes recorded during the period under review. In line with our efforts to prevent fatal road crashes caused by the use of substandard second-hand tires, on the 3rd of June 2026, the command's patrol team covering Ijebu-Ode axis intercepted a truck with registration number ENU 660XY bearing a deceptive for sale inscription, boldly written on the truck, designed to divert the attention of our officers. A thorough physical examination revealed that the vehicle was conveying 2,427 pieces of smuggled pneumatic tires. Following our recent seizure of military camouflage uniform along Shagamu Expressway on the 17th of May 2026, to be precise, officers operating along Afami Gogila axis on the 14th June 2026 intercepted another truck with registration number DRK303XA. The vehicle was fully loaded with 630 bags of foreign parboiled rice at 50 kg each. Allowing uncustoms goods of this nation to market directly undermines and paralyzes our local industries, ultimately worsening unemployment among our teeming youths. We remain resolute in our mandate to protect the national economy and secure our land borders.
Just following up this week edition of Program Customs Report, the budget report where the president extended the tenure of the siege of the Nigerian Customs for another 6 months in office to make sure that he implements most of the programs that are on ground. For me, Igesema Edie, thanks for watching.